Hey, yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. We all have understanding that a civilian is supposed to have every immunity to do exactly what they want because civilians, at the end of the day, they are not bonded by a code. They get up every day, they go to work, they do the right things. So we have understanding that a civilian do not have nothing to do with the streets. So we shouldn't include their principles in reference to ours. But I do have a disagreement to that, but I'm going to go with the people and give them understanding that a civilian is free from being looked at as a real zat in these times based off the understanding that civilians shouldn't be bonded by a code because the street life have nothing to do with anything positive. We understand that. But when we talk about a moral code, when we talk about a moral code, when we talk about a man code, we have understanding that morals includes manhood. When it includes manhood, a man should have understanding that they should never turn anybody over to a police. If it's a guy outside, he's selling drugs in front of your community, he's in front of your house, you have ample opportunity to correct that individual. But what we have an identity crisis going on here, where we have civilians that are actually trying to be criminals. They dress like criminals, they talk like criminals, they look like criminals. So sometimes a criminal can be confused of what a civilian is because a civilian will take time out and step in the streets just a little bit to make ends meet. And as we know, there are many ways you can make ends meet. I don't care if you're selling thermals in the wintertime, umbrellas when it's raining. At the end of the day, that's a legal earn. But why in this time do civilians take time out to involve themselves in street activity, street conversations around individuals who are involved in the streets? I'm going to tell you why, because it's an ego thing. A lot of individuals who are civilians who are sitting on the line, some of them, they just want to start. They like, coach, throw me in. Okay, when you get thrown in, why can't you accept everything that comes with street? Because at the end of the day, once you have committed that crime, you have become an individual that can't tell on no one else because you also is doing crime. At the end of the day, you got to be able to be a man. And being a man is standing on your honor and being able to carry it all which way that it comes. And at the end of the day, a civilian being in the streets causes other individuals to be in a line of danger, in a line of fire. I mean, you're around your girlfriend, you're around your children, you're around your women. You are around your co-workers. You are around individuals that aren't in the streets, but yet you continue to carry the dishonor into their lives. You didn't bust a little punk trap that you think is a punk trap in front of their house or in front of your place of business or in front of an individual that you know is of dishonor. But at the end of the day, you're a civilian, so guess what? You're not supposed to be a part of this life. But you will talk the shoot 'em up, bang, bang slang. And they'll throw the same rocks at the penitentiary that a criminal would throw at the penitentiary. And then when they get locked up, they feel as though it's okay to give up information on the criminals that they were involved with. I don't have understanding of that. I think civilians in this time need to have understanding to stand to the side. The reason why they don't is because the streets don't kill rats anymore. The rats aren't dying. You're not finding out that this person actually died because he told. So it gives the civilian the easy way out. I'm going to involve myself in street crime, and everyone is going to give me the pass because guess what? I'm a civilian. I never done this. But guess what? You made yourself a part of the streets. So now you have to follow the street code. It's no swaying back and forth. And that's the problem. This is the reasoning why individuals that are from the streets need to simply get out the streets, because at the end of the day, y'all don't hold the code correctly neither. You letting these civilians in. You know this guy ain't never done an inch of crime, and here it is, you putting something in his hands and telling him, go ahead and run your movie, get back with me. Knowing that if he get arrested, this guy is going to tell on you. So what's happening with our culture is too many civilians and too many street people intermingling. So all of us are confused which one is supposed to be which one. I mean, you don't know. You don't have understanding that the civilian is not supposed to be in the streets. And guess what? You should have understanding that the street guy is never supposed to be amongst the civilian. Only thing a street guy is supposed to be doing is protecting the civilian. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know that. They're supposed to protect the civilian because they don't want the civilian to ever be harmed or be a part of what they have going on. But we're losing the culture because now we have any and everybody that's caught up on game. You know, when back in the day, a lot of people didn't sell weed, a lot of people didn't sell crack, a lot of people didn't sell cocaine. When they saw that it was a thing that was making money, everybody jumped in. Now it's too many people jumping in on negativity and forgetting that when they jump into negativity, you have to actually deal with the consequences. Like people knocking on your door, killing your family. Yeah, that's what happens when you're in the streets. So civilians, you should be warned. If you're doing anything negative, somebody could kill somebody that you love. And guess what? At the end of the day, you don't even have understanding of who it is because you're not paying attention. You're a civilian. You don't even care. All you want to do is make the money. When an individual from the streets, they have understanding that this is their lifestyle. They tell their loved ones, hey, watch out for this, watch out for that. They have understanding that, a lot of negative things can happen from them being negative. And that's what we need to have individuals tapping in on. Make sure that you follow the honor correctly, whether it's good or bad, because honor can come into two fractions, good and bad. And guess what? There's only one honor that we're honoring. That's the good. But if you want to be a follower, guess what? We're not going to nickname when you sit up there and get in that goddamn interrogation room and you tell on everything because you decided to go ahead and sell a drug or two, knowing that goddamn well you was not a street individual. Stop selling drugs. Whether it is a small fraction of drugs or a big fraction of drugs, it don't matter. At the end of the day, you could be killed for this. And at the end of the day, individuals in the streets need to tell their friends, and individuals that's standing around do not. But guess what? Y'all not going to do that because most of the guys in the streets nowadays, most of them, not all of them, some of them have an understanding of doing the right thing, and they're trying to take their money and go ahead and do something positive with it so they can, get the right benefits from it. But a lot of them are saying, no, we're going to go ahead and let this civilian in. You know why? The civilian has that guaranteed check every week. The civilian got that good business money. And guess what they do? They tell their civilian friends and their business friends, I'll flip it. Come on. And a civilian and a business friend feel like they're really drug dealers. You dill-zig sucker, you're not a drug dealer. You're a civilian. Sit down and get your money because guess what? Your money will last longer than a drug dealer. A drug dealer money can amount to yours. You know why? They have to go through things. They have to go through shootouts. They have to worry about the police. They have to, worry about the losses that they take from the fake drugs that's being sold to them by different individuals in the community that think that they got it. Cartels robbing them blind. It's like they have to because they're dill-zig suckers. And at the end of the day, they'll begin to fall. Civilian going to always be able to cash a check. But guess what, civilian? You won't be able to cash that check if they come run down on you because of these street guys who will tell on you. And civilian, you would tell quicker than anybody. So at the end of the day, I need for people to have a clear understanding. Stay away from the streets. Go in a different direction, a direction that'll lead you into something positive. Because at the end of the day, if you step into the streets, you will be considered a real Zad, a betrayer, a dill-zig sucker, a dill-zig eater because you had ample opportunity and you had your guaranteed check and you had your business that gave you that landslide to be above even the working man. But you don't want to tap into your business because you rather be cool, you rather be thorough, you want to be the shoot 'em up bang bang boy. Well, guess what, shoot 'em up bang bang boy? When you tap into being a criminal, you will be accepted as one. King earner live and direct. Go in the same direction that has honor. Stay away from dishonor. King earner live and direct.